Hey there friends, and welcome to LaughNapkin. My name is Frank, and today we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/Entitledparents. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Story time. I'm the unfortunate spawn of an entitled mom, and because of how she was, I decided to move out when I was 18 years old. After a night out, I had just gotten back to a relative's house where I was staying for that week. I plugged in my dead-ass phone, turned it on, and instantly blew up with texts and voicemails from my entitled mom. Each message got a little more hostile until she was threatening me that she was going to call the cops to come get me, and she was going to kick me out of her house if I didn't answer her calls right that second. If you've ever called a phone that was turned off or dead, it's pretty easy to tell because it goes straight to voicemail instead of ringing. So I thought it was ridiculous that she expected me to somehow know she left those voicemails on my dead phone. That's not the worst part of the story though. I never called back. I was 18. She was treating me like a child, so I ignored her for the rest of the night and thought about what I should do. I decided since she said I was going to get kicked out if I didn't answer her call, I should take her seriously and assume that I'm kicked out. So the next night, I go up there with some luggage bags. I walk into the house and sit them down, immediately being confronted about them. This was about 5 years ago, so this is the conversation as I remember it. Some things may be inaccurate. Entitled mom: what are those for? Me: I'm moving out. Note: I was polite about it at first. Entitled mom starts fake sobbing. I go off to pack my stuff because I'm not falling for this stuff. I've seen her do it way too many times to get her way. She realizes it's not working on me, so immediately drops the act. She follows me to my room, yelling and screaming, something like, "You can't leave me, I'm your mother. You have to do what I say." Me: I'm 18 now, I don't have to listen to you. "Yes you do, little girl, I'm your mom." She used to call me little girl all the time, and it infuriated me. I continue packing my stuff. Entitled mom: I'm gonna just call relative and tell them not to let you stay with them. Let's see how you like being homeless. She calls them and puts it on speaker with this smug look on her face like she thought she was a genius. Relative: hello? Entitled mom: OP is over here screaming at me and being really rude. I wasn't. She's trying to leave, and I know she's going to come over there. I don't want you to let her stay with you, so don't let her. Relative hangs up on entitled mom. I laugh out loud. Entitled mom starts trying to hit me. I'm defending myself by holding my hands in front of my face, blocking her. Eventually, I lightly shove her away from me. Entitled mom: I can't believe you would hit me like that. Where did I go wrong raising you? Ironic? Maybe. I'm still just ignoring her at this point. I get my dog's leash because I have everything I need for a few weeks packed up. Looking around for my dog when I realize entitled mom has grabbed her and ran into the bedroom. Entitled mom: no, you can't take everything from me. This is my dog now. I take care of her all day when you're at work, so she likes me better now. I had raised this dog from a puppy since I was 15. I knew if I left without getting her, I'd likely never see her again. We screamed at each other about who really owned the dog. I told entitled mom that I always hated her for taking everything from me for herself, that she was a terrible and selfish mother. Entitled mom got this look on her face like I was the worst person in the world for saying that to her. Then she laid her like 300-pound body down on top of my 15-pound little dog. The dog started yelping in fear, understandably. Entitled mom: no, you can't have her. She's mine. You're the selfish one here. I don't remember what exactly happened next. All I know was she got up after I said something, still holding onto my dog. She called my dad. Entitled mom: she just came in here yelling at me and hitting me. I don't know what's wrong with her. Come home from work and stop her. Dad said something that distracted her enough to put my dog down, and the dog promptly runs to me. Within seconds, I've got her on the leash, luggage bags in hand. I'm sprinting out the door. Bye, Felicia. I've only interacted with her a handful of times since then, but I have more stories that came after this, so let me know if you want more. Well, OP, I think it's safe to say that we want more. On to the next story. I've really enjoyed these stories and thought it's about time I share a story about my mom. She's a special one. When I was in high school, my parents got divorced, and my mom has never stopped being bitter about it. She throws tantrums and tries to pull power moves to get more time or attention from her kids whenever possible. Since I live abroad, she kicks this behavior into overdrive whenever I come back to visit. This particular year, my grandmother on my father's side had passed away, and not long before that, his second wife had died. Needless to say, my dad had a rough couple years and he really wanted me home for Christmas. I didn't have the funds to buy a ticket, so he bought me one. He even paid extra to get me a more comfortable seat on the exit rows on a direct flight so I could get there quickly and in comfort. He was putting me up at his place for the entire visit and feeding me all the food I could eat. Never once asked for a cent. The only thing he wanted was my company at the holidays, and how could I say no to my recently widowed father? It was lovely to spend time with him, meet the new lady in his life, and eat everything I can't get here. Of course, I can't go home and not tell my mom I'm coming or visit her. The first thing she does is start telling me how I'll be spending Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with her and my brother. I told her that's unreasonable since my dad paid for me to be home to spend time with him, and she could have one day, but not both. Not that money is the most important thing ever, but dad has put so much into bringing me there and deserves the greatest benefit, as opposed to the whiny, selfish brat I have for her mother. She starts whining and laying on the guilt trip. But you're staying with your dad. He gets to see you every day. It's not fair. I'm only asking for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas is about family. Yeah, Mom, Christmas is about family, which is why I want to see my dad, his brothers, and my cousins. We were planning a sort of belated memorial dinner for my grandma since most of us would be able to be together. Mom starts threatening to show up at my uncle's house to crash the dinner since we're still married in the eyes of God. I'm still part of this family. Thankfully, Dad's side of the family was prepared for her drama and had planned for us to meet on Boxing Day, but I still want to spend the 24th or 25th with my dad. So Mom brings in her trump card. I already told your grandparents we're coming to visit. Great. She always uses her parents, who I adore. Rest in peace, Grandpa. He passed away a few years after this, as a way to get what she wants. Mom, they're only available for a visit on Christmas Day. They're elderly. They don't do anything but read books and nap, but it's not worth it to argue. I talked to my dad. He's super understanding. He was married to her for nearly 20 years. He knows how she is. And I'm off to my mom's house for Christmas Eve. My brother and I are chilling out, cracking jokes, and reminiscing about dumb kid stuff. Mom is insisting we have to eat the stuff she likes, drink what she wants, and watch all the Christmas movies she wants to watch. When I get a text from my best friend of 15 plus years. His mother, who had been battling cancer for years, had just passed on. I'm in shock. I tell my mom I need to go to his house right away since he's home alone and has just lost his mother to cancer. My mom says, but it's Christmas Eve. You can't go. Me. His mother just died. He's alone. I'm going there to make sure he's okay. Mom. No, you can't go. Christmas is about family. Me. His family is dead, and he's alone, and I'm going to his house now. Mom, actually shocked I'm snapping back at her. Okay, fine. Go. Tell him I'm sorry about his mom, but you have to be home by 10. It's Christmas. It's 9 p.m. and I'm done with her crap. I'm going to his house, and I'll be home when I decide to. Do you really think an hour is enough time when his mother just died? Mom, okay, go, but be home by 11. Christmas is about family. By this time, my friend had arrived. He drove over to pick me up since I can't drive, and I just walked out without a word. I came home sometime later than my mom's curfew and somehow survived the rest of the holiday. Mom never apologized or saw the error of her ways. Thankfully, my friend was okay with time, and while I'm super sad his mom died, I'm glad I was there when it happened. And yes, My mom did whine a bunch about me spending time to go to the funeral instead of spending time with her. Remember, Christmas is about family, just not the dead or grieving ones. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button if you smiled at least once. Leave a comment for good karma, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to help me buy tacos. And I will see you tomorrow.